Well, let's take a look at this report that Gaurav in fact sent us earlier as Israel mobilizes troops and tanks at the Gaza border. India Today is the only channel tracking imminent Gaza invasion. Here's Gaurav's dispatch.
Fighting has intensified close to the Gaza Strip. Right behind me you can hear not just the bombs, and you can see plumes of smoke rising above the skyline. You can also hear the machine gun fire. You can also hear the staccato of small arms fire, one after the other. This is an indication that the fighting is now getting really close to the Gaza Strip. Just a short while back, we saw several convoys move in quick succession closer to the Gaza Strip. Of course, the artillery, the armor, the mechanized infantry, they've already moved in this direction, all along the Gaza Strip. All indications that the Israeli army, after pounding Hamas bases close to Gaza, is now preparing for a ground assault. It's not if, but when will that ground assault actually take place in real terms, in large numbers. The Israeli army says this has been the fastest and the largest mobilization of troops. 3 lakh troops have been mounted on both sides of the border. And watch these images right behind me as more vehicles, more Humvees now head towards the border. Armed to the teeth, these soldiers are heading towards the border, one after the other. This is the latest situation on ground, on the road that leads to Gaza.
Singing songs of valor and patriotism, Israeli army moves to take position near Gaza. Convoys of young soldiers moving to the borders in their Humvees and armored fighting vehicles. All indications of Israel's resolve to decimate the Hamas threat from the Gaza Strip. India Today's Gaurav Sawant was there. He reported from the road to Gaza near Sderot in southern Israel.
Massive movement of the Israeli army right behind me. Watch these images. You see a large number of Israeli army personnel moving right towards the front lines. Watch these images. These are soldiers of the Israeli army moving towards the front along the borders. Remains extremely grim, and you can see these images. These are soldiers who are all moving towards the front line, one after the other, one vehicle after the other, and all singing songs of bravery and patriotism. Songs of bravery, songs of patriotism, songs that fill Israel with enthusiasm and the will to fight. Here is where you see these Israeli soldiers singing songs of bravery on their way to the border. This is one of the final lines. This actually shows you the morale of the Israeli army. This is the army right on the front lines, and you can see their morale high. They're singing songs of valor. They're singing songs of patriotism as they head to the border to defend their nation from radical terror represented by Hamas. These are soldiers who could well be going across sooner than later to decimate the threat that Israel faces. Gaurav Sawant in Sderot, southern Israel, for India Today.
A festival that was full of life ended lifeless. IDF has published a glimpse of the aftermath of the music festival. Take a look.
We're pulling into the site of the rave, the Nova rave, near Kibbutz Reim. We had to wait for over an hour to get here because there was a threat that terrorists might be still running around near Be'eri, where we were yesterday. There's clothes everywhere on the ground, cars marked with graffiti and shattered. Each and every one of those cars had to be checked by forces and marked to see that it wasn't booby-trapped by the terrorists who left them there. You see the car seat of the baby just left in here. I have no idea what happened to them. I can't imagine getting in the car trying to leave and just being shot at. There's the belt that they used with the paragliders that they came in from Gaza. People are parked all over this festival, and explosions are still happening while the sun is setting, and it's getting dangerous to be here. So we're being moved out.